In the latest sport news, the legendary Lotus name has just withdrawn from Formula One. This marks the end of an era for this much-loved motor racing icon. And that's it for today's.
Today's big news, the iconic Lotus name returns to Formula One. With only 5 months to build a competitive car, the race is on to see if the new team can live up to the triumphs of this racing legend.
Eventually we got the entry, and that was actually around the deadline that we'd given Tony, where we either had to do it or stop. So we were really at the last moment that it was possible to do.
You know, when I first went to Hingham, there was 4 people and a Le Mans car. So it didn't look very promising. I was a little bit nervous. There is enormous pride in the Lotus name, and it's enormous responsibility in taking it forward.
You know, and that story of just 4 of us in there on day one is entirely true. With Sylvie answering the phone on reception, saying, hello, Lotus Racing, how can I help you? And when someone said, well, I'm looking for a job, she'd go, fine, I'll put you through to HR. Sort of let the phone go and then go, hello, it's HR, or yes, marketing. Hello, it's marketing. And so you really were there with nothing.
This is our first mock-up engine that will be powering our car to hopefully some degree of glory. In the weeks to come, we shall have a mock-up chassis on the table here. I think over the next month or 2, people won't see daylight. They'll come in here in the dark and go home in the dark, if they actually get home at all. What do I think? It's probably an impossible task, but we've got to achieve it. When you give yourself the Lotus name, you can't drive around sort of out of shot and learn your trade. You're coming in and people are going to take notice of you. So you've got to go in and say you're going to be the best of the new teams, and that's who, to start with, you're comparing yourself against, even though we started 3 months later than the other 3. But ultimately, if you're Lotus, that's not good enough. You've got to be racing the established teams, you've got to be scoring points, and down the line you've got to be scoring podiums, and you've got to win Lotus its 80th Grand Prix. So we're at the beginning of a long road, but hopefully it's a good beginning.
Chris here is putting the radiator ducts on, ready for when the radiators get here in the next couple of days. Then once the fuel system should be here tomorrow. So we've got all the big components, and it's just that 2-cent widget that's going to stop us from firing up on the 5th. So everybody's getting a little bit anxious now because time's running out fast.
It's been quite a journey. We started 21 weeks ago, I think we got our entry, and since then we've gone from 3 people to just over 100 people in that period. We've got 4,000 drawn parts that go onto the car. We've got another 2,000 proprietary parts. They've come from all over the world, and today, hopefully, they've all come together in one place, and in a couple of hours' time it'll be firing up, and that will be the end of one journey and the start of another.
We're on the home run now, and that's the first new Lotus Cosworth that's fired up for 27 years. So that's a big milestone.
It looks good. Everybody's flat out. It's better than I expected at this stage.
When we go to the shakedown, of course, that's when the action really starts. That's when we first get to see just how good a job we've done, and then that's the springboard for the rest of the season.
I'm under no aspirations we're going to be competing with the best teams. I mean, it'd be silly to do that, but we're not here to come last every year. We're here to build a proper structure, and this year is all about learning, providing a reliable car, maybe beating some of the new teams, and maybe challenging some of the established teams towards the end of the season.
Well, I think Tony and Mike, I think they can give the whole team an environment where we can perform to the maximum. I think that's the best thing. You know, I think we have a really warm, very happy team. We have a huge task ahead of us, but so far the team has been able to exceed all of my expectations, to be honest.
Well, I'm really happy and proud to be part of this project, and being a Lotus driver is something special. Special for what has Lotus achieved in the past season, and after 16 years, taking this brand back on track, it is something special. You know, probably Lotus can be second only to Ferrari in terms of achievement, name and myth, so I'm really happy.
They're great guys. I mean, Jan I've worked with many times, and you know, he's still one of the quickest guys over a single lap. And Heike, you know, he's full of enthusiasm. I have to say, he's been around the factory, you know, sort of egging people on and really enthusiastic about the project. So I don't think we could have asked for a better driver lineup, and you know, it's up to me now to give them the car to show their talents, because they have the talents and experience that more than we could ever ask for as a new team.
You know, the atmosphere in the team and like a big family, that's how we want to be. You know, we want to bring people close to our team. You know, come to Hingham and you know, come and have a look at our factory if you're interested in Formula One.
And we all, you know, embarked on this journey together, and they've performed admirably, and that's why I said it is a fairy tale. The fact that we can put a car together in 5 months is really unbelievable, and credit to the team.
To bring the Lotus name back personally has given me a real spark and a real enjoyment in Formula One that perhaps I lost, you know, for a few years. So personally, I'm loving every moment of it. You know, I'm just really, really proud of everyone involved in the project that's put it together in such a short space of time. So it's been a fantastic sort of roller coaster ride.